Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something super important for Blue Lock Rivals players, the flow system. Now while these flows might not unlock flashy new moves or crazy bonuses, don't underestimate them. The right flow can give you that crucial edge you need to dominate the pitch, especially in those intense matches where every second counts. If you're looking to kick off strong and keep that momentum going, knowing which flow to use at the right time is key. We're going to break down the best flows to use and how they can seriously change the game for you. So whether you're just starting out or you've been playing for a while, understanding the flow tier list is going to be a game changer. It's all about finding the flow that complements your playstyle and gives you that boost when it matters most. In today's video, we'll be going through the top tier flows that can help you set the pace from the very beginning, giving you the confidence to outplay your opponents. Trust me, with the right flow in your arsenal, you'll be unstoppable. Let's get into it. I'm quickly moving on to the video and I'm ranking flows in Blue Lock Rivals. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching.
A very small portion of the audience is subscribed to the channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if you like these types of videos. Thanks.
The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Lightning. Alright, let's talk about one of the more interesting flow options in Blue Lock Rivals, the Lightning flow. Now don't get too excited, it's not exactly the go-to flow for every situation, but it does have its moments. Essentially, it boosts your shot strength, which can make a huge difference if you're a striker. The catch is, it's pretty situational. If you're already rocking some of the best styles that give you solid base shot strength, you might not see a massive difference. But if you need that extra little punch, Lightning Flow can really help out in tight spots. Now let's be real, if you're all about power shots and trying to land a killer goal, this one's definitely a flow to consider. Just don't expect it to be the perfect choice in every match. Sometimes those top tier styles with their own shot boosts just leave Lightning Flow in the dust. But hey, for those moments when you're feeling the need for a little extra oomph, it's got your back. Keep an eye on when to use it, and Lightning Flow might just be the secret weapon you didn't know you needed. The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, King's Instinct, Gale Burst, Monster, and Puzzle. Alright, let's dive straight into it. Today we're talking about some B tier flow options in Blue Lock Rivals, and trust me, these aren't the ones you typically overlook. They've got their perks, and when used right, they can turn the tide of the game. So if you're looking for that little extra something to spice up your playstyle, this is where it gets interesting. First up, we've got King's Instinct. Now, if you're all about that raw power and keeping your opponents down, this flow's your friend. With King's Instinct, your shots get a serious power boost. We're talking about those shots that just feel different, you know? And not only that, when you tackle someone, they stay on the ground just a little bit longer. That's right, they won't be getting up in a hurry. This is an awesome flow for more defensive players, or if you're playing as a MF. It gives you that extra edge when you need to assert dominance on the field. Next, let's talk about Gale Burst. If you're the type of player who's always on the move, this one's got your back. With Gale Burst, your stamina regeneration is cranked up a notch, meaning you can keep that energy flowing longer. And those shots? They're released way faster, so you'll be catching defenders off guard before they even realize what's happening. This flow works for pretty much any position, but it's especially nice for those who like to play a more fluid, fast-paced style. Moving on to Monster, and no, it's not about your weirdly aggressive gameplay, it's about making sure you have total control of the ball. With Monster, you get a reduction in your dribble cooldown, and more importantly, you're no longer slowed down when picking up the ball. So, for those of you playing as an MF, this one is great for pushing the ball out of your half and making those critical passes. It also works for STs and wingers, but it really shines in midfield. You're essentially untouchable with this flow. And then there's Puzzle, the flow that's all about speed. This one's a great all-arounder, increasing your speed both with and without the ball. It doesn't matter what position you're playing, whether you're sprinting down the field or just trying to beat a defender to the ball, Puzzle's got you covered. It's simple but effective, and sometimes that's exactly what you need. The versatility here means it fits almost any strategy or style of play. Now, I know what you're thinking. These aren't the flashy S-tier flows, but are they worth it? And the answer is absolutely. Each one of these flows brings something unique to the table. While they might not always make the top tier, they can still create some serious opportunities if you play to their strengths. It's all about the right fit for your style and how well you can maximize their abilities. For example, with King's Instinct, you're playing a more physical game, but the payoff is huge when you can force opponents into a defensive position and keep them there longer. It's especially useful if you're focusing on slowing down the other team while letting your attackers have a chance to strike. Pair it up with a fast striker and you've got yourself a solid strategy. On the flip side, Gale Burst can really make a difference when you need to maintain tempo. That stamina boost means you're less likely to tire out in the later stages of the game, which is huge when you're chasing those long passes or trying to make a game-winning shot. The quicker shot release also makes it easier to sneak in those goals that catch the goalkeeper off guard. When it comes to Monster, think of it like an engine revving up. It just makes everything smoother. Whether you're getting the ball into a dangerous position or simply avoiding that slow motion dribble mess, you'll be operating at full speed. This is definitely one of those flows that will elevate your midfield game. Lastly, Puzzle is the go-to for anyone who loves that extra burst of agility. Being able to zip past opponents while controlling the ball with ease, that's what it's all about. It gives you the freedom to focus on what matters, making the right moves at the right time. So, while these flows might not make the S tier cut, they absolutely deserve a spot in your playbook. Try them out, experiment with different combinations, and see how they fit into your strategy. You'll be surprised at how much of a game changer they can be. The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Wildcard, Demon Wings, and Genius. Alright, let's talk about the A tier flows in Blue Lock rivals. You know, the ones that can really take your game to the next level if you're lucky enough to get them. These aren't your average boosts. We're talking about those that add a little spice to your strategy, but with a dash of unpredictability. So, buckle up, because we're diving into some serious gameplay goodness. First up, let's chat about Wildcard. Now, this one is a bit like playing a game of roulette, but in the best way possible. You get a random boost, either speed, shot strength, or stamina. The catch? It's got a low chance of giving you all three at once. It's a bit of a gamble, but hey, who doesn't like the thrill of that? Plus, it gives you a nifty card aura that orbits around you, adding a little flair to your character. It works for pretty much every role, but just remember, sometimes the randomness might not be your best friend. Next, we've got Demon Wings. This one is a must-know for anyone who loves speed and power. Your shots come off quicker, your headers hit harder, and you can jump 50% higher. Sounds awesome, right? Well, it really is, but here's the catch. It shines brightest when paired with specific styles like Shido or Nagi. On its own, it's still good, but when paired right, it's game-changing. If you're running those styles, consider this your secret weapon. Then there's Genius, and if you're playing with a team, this one's a game changer. It grants everyone on your team 30% of their flow bar, which is a huge boost in team coordination. This one is perfect for goalkeepers or teams that like to play in sync, but here's where it gets spicy. If you have more than one Genius on your team, you're pretty much guaranteed to always have at least some flow bar to work with. It's like giving your whole team a mini flow boost, super handy in clutch moments. Now, let's get real for a second. As great as these flows are, they all come with their quirks. Wildcard, for example, can be amazing if you're lucky, but it can also throw you off if it gives you a boost you weren't expecting. Demon Wings is a powerhouse, but it's not quite as versatile unless you've got the right combo with Shido or Nagi. And Genius? Well, it's definitely one for the team players out there, but if you're rolling solo, it might not be as impactful. So, when you're looking at A-tier flows, think of them as your toolbox for success. Each one brings something valuable to the table, whether it's random but powerful boosts, insane jumping power, or team-wide flow support. But always keep in mind, they're best used with the right strategies. If you can make them work in your favor, you'll be dominating the field. That's it for today's flow breakdown. These A-tier flows are definitely the ones you want in your pocket, but they require a little finesse to really make the most of them. Try them out, experiment with different combinations, and watch your gameplay reach new heights. You never know, today might just be the day you land the perfect wildcard boost, or fly through the air with Demon Wings to score the perfect header. The flows in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Prodigy, Awakened Genius, and Snake. Let's talk about the absolute game changers in Blue Lock rivals, the S tier flows. These flows are not just good, they're next level, and they can take your game to heights you never thought possible. If you're looking to dominate the field, then these flows are your go-to picks. First up, we've got Prodigy. Now, if you're someone who loves to go all out with those powerful shots, Prodigy's the one you need. Not only does it boost the power of your shots, but it also cranks up your speed and gives your basic shots a nice curve. This flow is made for those who want to absolutely wreck the goal, with speed to match. It's the perfect attacking flow to help you keep the pressure on and score those insane goals. Then there's Awakened Genius. This one's a bit of a game changer for anyone playing any position on the field. First of all, you get a significant boost in dribbling, meaning those tight spots won't feel as intense. Plus, your shots get a power boost too. But the real kicker here is that you're giving everyone on your team 20% of their flow bar. Yeah, that's right. You're basically the MVP for the whole squad. It's one of those flows that will make you the unsung hero, quietly carrying your team to victory. But maybe you're more of a defensive player? No worries, Snake has you covered. This defensive powerhouse takes tackles to a whole new level. With a bigger hitbox and a lower cooldown, you're going to be shutting down attackers like it's nothing. On top of that, you get a speed boost and the ability to get back up quickly when ragdolled. If you love playing that defensive role and being the one that stops every breakaway, then Snake's your best friend on the field. What makes these S-tier flows so incredible is that they're not just about having power or speed, they all offer something unique. Whether you're powering up your shots, making plays for your teammates, or shutting down every attack that comes your way, these flows make sure you're a force to be reckoned with no matter where you are on the field. So, if you're aiming for the top of the leaderboard and want to leave everyone else in the dust, these S-tier flows are the way to go. With Prodigy, Awakened Genius, and Snake in your arsenal, you'll have the perfect balance of offense, support, and defense. These flows aren't just for the top players, they're for anyone who's serious about making their mark in Blue Lock Rivals. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.